Beyond the fiction of reality, there is the reality of the fiction. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. What is right is not always popular, and what is popular is not always right. Gratitude is best refined through the fires of adversity. I don't think of all the misery, but of the beauty that still remains. Don't fast forward through life. You'll miss all the good stuff along the way. You know, there's no such thing as a complete lie. There's always some truth in there. I hear and I forget. I see and I remember. I do and I understand. I never trust frank and simple people whose stories hold together. If a man takes no thought about what is distant, he will find sorrow near at hand. With regard to narrow passes, if you can occupy them first, let them be strongly garrisoned and await the advent of the enemy. Stay close to anything that makes you glad you are alive. Stop doing what is easy or popular. Start doing what is right. To be wronged is nothing unless you continue to remember it. You know you made it when your friends tell their friends that you are their friend. I ought to go upright and vital and speak the rude truth in all ways. Art should comfort the disturbed and disturb the comfortable. The enlightened ruler is heedful, and the good general full of caution. I drink a cup of sunlight every morning to brighten myself. Just because it's fiction doesn't mean it's any less true. The worst part of being okay is that okay is far from happy. A thing is not necessarily true because a man dies for it. The superior man thinks always of virtue. The common man thinks of comfort. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. Life is not about living the safer option. Life is about living a life worth living. In war, numbers alone confer no advantage. Do not advance relying on sheer military power. Do not wait for the last judgment. It comes every day. It takes courage to grow up and become who you really are. Moods can be contagious. Don't catch or spread a bad mood. Knowledge is responsibility, which is why people resist knowledge. Even though the ship may go down, the journey goes on. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. We have 4 problems: overthinking, trust, share, love. Time cannot put anything in your hands until you let go of the time. Better to get hurt by the truth than comforted with a lie. Therefore, just as water retains no constant shape, so in warfare there are no constant conditions. Feet, what do I need them for if I have wings to fly? You know, the minute you stop thinking about it, it'll happen. When we fail, our pride supports us, and when we succeed, it betrays us. I'd rather be an optimist and a fool than a pessimist, and right. Life before death, strength before weakness, journey before destination. A kingdom that has once been destroyed can never come again into being, nor can the dead ever be brought back to life. People wealth consists upon their freedom, individual resources, and good social life. If you want more, you have to require more from yourself. Vulnerability is the least celebrated emotion in our society. Have enough courage to start and enough heart to finish. If it keeps you happy, keep it quiet. Money is better than poverty, if only for financial reasons. You must accept the truth from whatever source it comes. What you do is what matters, not what you think or say or plan. Make the most of yourself, for that is all there is of you. The fruit of empty hopes is more bitter than the saddest truth. Accepting oneself does not preclude an attempt to become better. Correct your mistake as soon as you have found it. The best way to cheer yourself is to cheer somebody else up. You have to notice the truth in order to be able to avoid it. Being born is like being kidnapped and then sold into slavery. It is better to live one day as a lion than 100 years as a sheep. What the caterpillar calls the end, the rest of the world calls a butterfly. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. A whetstone, though it cannot cut, may sharpen a knife that will. We may be small and we may be young, but we will shake the world for our beliefs. Be careful who you trust. Salt and sugar look the same. Success, for most people, requires unlearning as much as learning. If you appreciate the small things, you're likely to get the big ones. For them to perceive the advantage of defeating the enemy, they must also have their rewards. The question is not what you look at, but what you see. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. Invincibility lies in the defense, the possibility of victory in the attack. I live my life in widening circles that reach out across the world. In every walk with nature, one receives far more than he seeks. You cannot open a book without learning something. The petty thief is imprisoned, but the big thief becomes a feudal lord. 3 rules of work. Out of clutter, find simplicity. From discord, find harmony. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. There is no place where espionage is not possible. Sometimes I think my head is so big because it is so full of dreams. Everyone who got to where they are had to begin where they were. Don't stop when you are tired. Stop when you are done. You're only young once, but you can be immature forever. It shocks me how I wish for what is lost and cannot come back. Keep creating. The world yearns to celebrate your next masterpiece. If your life is worth thinking about, it is worth writing about. Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak. Keep their friends close, and their enemies closer. It is hard work and great art to make life not so serious. Almost nobody dances sober unless they happen to be insane. I never fail. It's just that the people around me succeed more than I. To a mind that is still the whole universe surrenders. Just let it be. If it's meant to be, it will happen. If we have no peace, it is because we have forgotten that we belong to each other. The world is already full of critics. To stand out, be an encourager. Adversity discourages losers. Adversity inspires winners. True words are not fancy. Fancy words are not true. The good do not debate. Debaters are not good. I do maintain that if your hair is wrong, your entire life is wrong. If you want to dine with perfection, you must toil with imperfection. When you change your thoughts, remember to also change your world. The trick is to enjoy life. Don't wish away your days, waiting for better ones ahead. Be bold. Don't be shy to say no to the future you don't like. What is important is not what you hear said, it's what you observe.